Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday, October 22nd, portal day. I always forgot what day Oliver's my dog that passed away in 2021. What day was his birthday? Was it October 21st or 22nd? Either way, we celebrate both ways. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a lot of allergies, so I do mess with my nose a lot. So if you guys see me doing that, it's because of my allergies. I tend to have a lot of allergies. Okay, anyway, so listen, I decided I would do something a little different today. So normally, if I'm vlogging, it's for like a special occasion, a special reason, like I'm going to an event or I'm doing something. But I normally post this type of stuff, just like my everyday life, on Instagram stories. And they're just not, it doesn't like get any revenue or anything. And so I was like, what if I just record my regular day and then post it on YouTube as a vlog? I don't know if anybody actually would watch it, if anybody cares. But I do have people that watch my Instagram stories daily, and I was thinking, what if I were to just post it on a YouTube instead? The problem is that, like, this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be like filming pieces and then editing them together and then uploading them onto YouTube. It does take a lot of time, and I don't know if this is going to work out long term. Probably not, knowing me, just because I like to just like shoot and post, and that's what I love about Instagram. I know a lot of people have told me to move on over to Snapchat, because it's essentially the same thing and I could actually make money off of it. It's probably smarter than doing this whole YouTube thing. I don't know what's going on with my hair, y'all. What's going on with it? It's probably smarter than this whole like YouTube idea that I'm trying to do, because I don't know. I mean, is it smarter? Let's think. Okay, so YouTube, I'm already monetized. It's just that I need the views to actually make money. If you guys see my ayahuasca video, I got like 30,000 views on that and I made like $1,500. So I would need a lot of views on my YouTube to actually make money. So this is where I'm stuck right now. So I'm really trying to figure out like what my next step is, because right now I am not making like really any consistent money off TikTok. I'm not making money off Meta with like Instagram. I just get demonetized all the time because of my content. You guys know that. So it's really frustrating. I've been a content creator for 4 years, full time, like literally 24/7 for 2 years. And the revenue, it ain't there. I'm very happy for all of the other content creators that have the revenue and are making the money, and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars. We love that for them. Why isn't it happening for me? I don't know. The most I've ever made, full transparency, the most I've ever made in a month off TikTok, and it's only happened twice, is $2,000. I made $2,000 on 1 month with, honestly, I don't think it even reached $2,000. It's like almost $2,000. Like I literally just made $1,800, so almost $2,000. I made it once on Alex Search Facts, which they took that account down. It was after a couple of my JLo videos hit the millions. So you have to hit the millions to really make money again. So TikTok is really tricky because there's so many steps to it, and I have always had issues with TikTok. I've been creator funds and programs and all this, and I never make money off of it. I don't know what the deal is, even when I did my serving skits. And plus I was always getting demonetized with, or in trouble with my stuff with Chili's. Like I'm just always in trouble, so I am just not a typical content creator that actually makes money. I don't know why my serving skits, I feel like my serving skits would have popped off and really made money, but they started shadow banning me. Like the minute I would join a program, they'd take my views so that I couldn't get paid. So like I don't know how it works for other people. For some reason, for me, it ain't working. So I've only, in 4 years that I've been making content for TikTok, I've only made almost $2,000 just twice, and both were this year. And so congratulations to everybody else who's making all this money and And I know that, like, I quit my job to do this because I'm like, why not? Like, if not now, when? But this is not recommended to do if you don't have a good savings. I quit with a good amount of savings. I had saved up a lot of money. I don't have, I don't have anything that's really holding me back from just like pursuing my dreams. And so I'm like, if not now, when? Like, you know what I'm saying? I quit at 35. I'm 37 now. I've been able to sustain myself for the last 2 years, with the money that I had saved, plus like a little bit of income here and there. You guys know I've made a little bit of money here and there, but really nothing to write home about. So it's been a journey. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is my next step? Do I post on YouTube? Do I post long form videos on YouTube? Do I stop posting such short form content on TikTok and Instagram? Though it is so much fun and it is so easy. It literally takes no time for me now because it's just second nature. I'm not really making money, but it's also like, well, this would be a risk to start posting on YouTube because, like, I'm also not making money on YouTube. Like, look at my views, less than 200 views a video, and I get like followers deleted daily. So it feels like I do everything for nothing in a way, besides, spreading the word and getting, some people to hear me and to, learn and stuff. And that's great. But like, I have got to figure another plan out. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. I have to figure a different plan out because this is just like, I don't know, being a content creator is not easy, and I don't know where to go next, what to do next. I'm kind of at this like standstill. Like, obviously I'm still making my TikTok videos and stuff, but if TikTok gets banned in January, then what? Then I don't know, because if it gets banned, that's where I film my videos, that's where I do my content, and then I post it on Instagram. So that's why I'm like, okay, let me test out YouTube and see how it goes. So we're testing this out. I'm gonna take you with me for my day, and you guys are just gonna hear my intrusive thoughts. I'm sorry if it annoys you about my nose, but it annoys me even more. So I had a really rough day yesterday. I was crying and purging a lot, just feeling like I'm doing all this for nothing. And I had one of my followers send me like $10 to get myself a coffee. It's funny, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but at the moment when she sent it, I was literally I was inside of Target and I was standing at Starbucks because I have a gift card. Right when she messaged me, I had just left, and she was like, hey, I'm gonna send you $10 for a coffee because I know you're having a bad day. I did not end up getting a coffee, and I was like, it's okay, I'll get it another time. And now I am on my way to Ocean Beach in San Diego. I just got off the exit, and I am going to go to a local coffee shop called Azúcar, which means sugar, and it is the owner is Cuban from Miami. So this is gonna be new. I've never tried it. I looked it up because I wanted to see if I was looking up coffee shops in OB, and I wanted to see if any of them had anything gluten-free, and this one does say that they have gluten-free muffins and scones. So I'm like, okay, let's check it out. So that's where we're headed to, somewhere new, somewhere different, even though I'm in OB all the time. So let's go. Okay, here is the spot. It says a Cuban style pastry. So cute. Oh my goodness.
Breakfast, it was that's a bite though, that's the problem.
Oh.
Can't have anything with mango.
Look at all that.
Tiramisu. That looks like pistachio passion fruit, not the one.
I wonder what is gluten-free. We're gonna find out, you guys. Everything looks so good. It's a cute little shop on the inside. Oh my god, I love it. It's got flamingos, it's got all the old photos, so cute. Look at that. Whoa. Oh my god, now they have Gloria Stefan playing. Okay, so these are gluten-free. So, dark corner. Oh my god, that sounds really good. Brownie crust, truffle cheesecake, cafe con leche mousse heart. The cinco leches, almond cake with 5 milk soaked dulce de leche buttercream, and pistachio passion fruit macaroon. Oh my god. Okay, this is also gluten-free, which is a triple chocolate espresso cookie. The thing about gluten-free stuff, it's always like really intense flavors. It's like so much chocolate, and I love chocolate, but. And then, oh yeah, and then this. Something else.
Oh, I wanted to. Do you want it from
Okay,
here or to
here's
go,
all
Kelly?
the Cuban ones. Oh my god, it's so
Let's just
good.
sit in here to
I'm-
eat the desserts that we can. You can get your box.
This lady is a hoot. I want to get this, even though it's not gluten free.
Yeah, it's better. How's the guava?
I don't know if I want the guava cheese or just the guava. They're so good. They're so good. It's not gluten free, but I don't care. I might get it anyway. Okay, guys, I got a cafe con leche. Look how beautiful, but I am gonna put a bunch of sugar in it, so it's gonna get ugly. Okay, I also got a guayaba pastry, which it's not gluten free, but I don't care. Look at that. Oh, I am so excited to eat this. Azúcar in Ocean Beach. And although it's cute in here, I want to go somewhere a little cuter, a little more cutesy, a little more romanticized. You know what I'm saying? Let's go by the water. Even though I did get a hot coffee and it is hot outside, I should have got an iced coffee. But I really wanted a cafe con leche, and I added like, I'm not kidding, like a cup of sugar. So, whatever, I gotta sweeten it.
Yeah, I mean,
I love coming here. It says no dogs.
it kept going up and up.
Everybody brings their dog.
Go ahead, I'll come up after they go. I'll come down after.
Okay,
Look at that.
their bad is going up.
How beautiful. All right, let's go down. Well, look who also happened to be in OB. Ryan also was in OB. Wait, you have a coffee too?
I did have coffee.
You had a coffee?
I had a nitro brew.
I have a
black.
coffee.
I can only drink black coffee.
He was like, wait, where are you? And I was like, yeah, I'm over here by the beach if you want to stop by. And he also happened to be here. How funny. We were both called to OB separately. Isn't it so nice? Thank you. What's your name? Brian. Oh my God. I have a cousin named Brian. I just dreamt of him 2 days ago. That's so funny. Okay, look at this painting. How beautiful is that? Gorgeous. Brian's been painting for 15 years. And this is his card. And you can buy his paintings here. Oh, Instagram. Look at that. Perfect. Instagram, email, and Facebook. I love that. Thank you, Brian. I'm going to show the people, you know?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to walk over here. I usually hang out on that side. I haven't been over here before, so I'm going to walk over here. And usually people jump off that cliff right there. I'm going to walk a little further down. Look at this. It's just so cute and secluded. It's gorgeous. All right. Oh, not the best shoes to wear with the sand, but that's okay. Wow. Look. Whoa, look at all the rocks. Oh my God. What is that guy doing over there with his dog? This is gorgeous. So I think I'm gonna sit here because nobody's over here. I could also do those rocks, but I think people jump off that. I think this is good. Okay guys, the guy with the dog made it to the other side. Okay, so here we go. I set everything down, my towel. Great, and okay, let me show you guys what's in my backpack. Is this lunch dirty? Okay, so here's my snack, and I haven't eaten yet, and I think it's like 1:30, and I brought a sandwich. I packed this like hours ago, but I wanted to get a coffee, and I wanted to eat it by the water. So here we are. You really have to romanticize your life, you know what I'm saying? Okay guys, so I just ate my sandwich. It was delicious, finally, after I packed it hours ago. I freaking forgot sunblock. I can't be hanging out here without sunblock. I can already feel my arm roasting away. I think I have sunblock in the car, so I may have to go back up and put it on, because I don't want to get burnt, especially not just one side of my arm. because I do want to hang out here. So I don't know if I'll go back up to my car. I go back up the stairs and everything. If I'll go back up to my car and get sunblock, or if I'll just hang out a little bit and then go do something else. But honestly, I don't know, because you know me, I'll end up having to go to the bathroom in a little bit. Okay, so the coffee. Oh my God. Y'all, look at this big kahuna. Look at her. Girly pop. You trying to sting me? I got stung by a bee the other day. Not the other day, but when I was at the beach recently. Girl, thank you for the blessings. I love when they like rub their little hands together, like they're coming up with a plan. But ma'am, do you mind? I don't want you, sorry guys, I'm not looking at the camera. I don't want you to sting me. And you can't sting me through my clothes. So do you mind if we just, you know, go away? Are you determined to hang out with me? You know the animals, they love me. You guys, if you're watching my Instagram stories, you guys know a spider's been hanging out in my room for a minute. I keep kicking her out, she keeps coming back. So Miss Ma'am wants to hang out for a little bit. I guess we'll let her hang out. This girly pop refuses to get off me. Let's see if I can catch her with her wing. Ah, girl. Ah! There she is. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Okay. If I'm gonna sit at the beach, I might as well have the beach as my background. Avi. Trying to put this up a little more. Oh my God, what is going on with my hair? Okay, this way I have my back towards the sun, and that way I don't burn myself so much with the sun. Okay, so I want to show you guys. I already feel like I have to go to the bathroom, because if you guys know me, I'm like a dog. The minute I eat, I go straight to the bathroom. Not only that, I'm drinking coffee, which I normally do not. This is gorgeous. Like, this should be my day every day. Not every day is it this beautiful though out here, because it do be getting gloomy. Okay, let's try this. So this in English is guava, in Spanish is guayaba. And a little history lesson. The word comes from Taino, my Taino ancestors. So, oh my God, so good. If you guys haven't been keeping up with my stories on Instagram, I have been posting about my Taino lineage. So, my ancestors, I hope you guys can hear me okay. I know the waves are loud. If it's an issue, next time if I'm by the water, I can always put a microphone on. Anyway, so my Taino ancestors, and I'm sorry if you don't like people eating in front of the camera or eating on camera, mukbang. Tell me I don't look like I'm sitting in front of a computer, like background. Anyway, oh my God, it's so good. Okay, so this was like $3.75 for this big thing with guayaba like spewing out of it. The gluten-free ones that I showed you guys were like 10 something. Insane in the membrane. Anyway, I have water in here. Okay, so let me tell you guys a little bit about my Taino ancestors. So when I went and did ayahuasca, if you guys watched my ayahuasca video, you know that my ancestors have been calling to me. They've been wanting me to reconnect back with my roots, and because I have been obviously very whitewashed, and not just because I grew up in Florida. We moved there when I was 6 in 1993 from Puerto Rico. I was born in Puerto Rico. For those of you who don't know, 100% Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico, Ponce, Puerto Rico. My mom is from Ponce. My dad is from Juana Diaz. So my dad's side is the Taino side. He has the African bloodline, and the tribe that we come from is the Arawak. A-R-A-W-A-K. I don't think there's an E at the end, but that would be interesting if there was an E, like awake. Anyway, Arawak. Taino lineage, indigenous to the land. If you guys don't know the history of the Tainos, they were pretty much, the Spaniards committed genocide on the island. And they come from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica. Uh-oh, I'm missing one. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica. I'm sorry, it's the Caribbean. The Caribbean, pretty much. So if you're from there, you probably have some Taino ancestors. Now, the people of Puerto Rico are indigenous Taino, African American, and Spaniard. That's what the people of Puerto Rico are made from. They come from, right? So the Spaniards came in the I want to say early 1500s. I don't know if it was the late 1400s, but you know, Christopher Columbus and his people and everything, which Christopher Columbus, it's a mix of, did he come from Spain? Did he come from Italy? They're saying now he came from Italy. But then they also say he was Spaniard. So who knows? You know, history has been changed. So he came with his people, and they committed genocide on the people of Puerto Rico. So they went ahead, and I'm doing this all from memory. I was planning on sitting down and making a video about this where I could have my laptop in front of me with notes, but here we are. You guys know me, I never really have a plan. I just be doing shit. So they pretty much gave everybody like smallpox and all these diseases from lack of bathing and lack of proper hygiene. So the whiteys they're dirty. Sorry. No, but seriously, like, do you guys know how many white people don't like to bathe regularly, or not bathe, but at least shower? Because I don't like baths. Sorry, there's a plane and there's a wave. Baths gross me out. I think they're gross. But this is like staring at me when I'm filming. I just think they're gross to like sit in your own in the tub, and I don't care how many times you can clean the bathtub, it ain't gonna be clean enough to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it grosses me out. I'd rather take a shower. 2 to 3 showers a day is my style. 1 in the morning, 1 at night, maybe 1 in the middle of the day, depending. You never know. Okay. So anyway, so they pretty much came and committed genocide on all my people, right? So the thing is, though, that they believe that the Taino lineage was pretty much extinct around that time, but it was not. We still have it in our DNA. It shows up in my DNA because of my dad's side. They're from the Campo, Juana Diaz. That's where they come from. And we have still family living in the Campo, which is like the more rural areas, right? So they committed paper genocide. So paper genocide is that people started claiming on the census that they were essentially white or whatever, because they had to. They pretty much wrote them off on paper. So the census is not something that every country does, but because Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., it's U.S. territory, they were included in the census, and paper genocide was committed. So I wish I had the dates off the top of my head. Unfortunately, I don't. They pretty much were like, they said there was maybe like 1,000 Tainos left. That was a lie. There was a lot more. But here's the thing. They were enslaved, and a lot of the women were raped. Okay? And because they were enslaved and raped and everything, they ended up having to become Catholic. They ended up having to practice Catholicism because the Spaniards and Italians or whatever, Europeans essentially, came and took over. And which is so interesting, because the reason that we fled was because we were being forced to practice Christianity or whatever the religion was, and follow their belief system, you know, with Britain and everything, and then they escaped and they came here and then committed genocide on all the indigenous people in the land, and then made them practice Catholicism and Christianity. So we're fucked up. We're fucked up people, you know what I'm saying? Well, not us. We weren't there for it. our ancestors were. And so they were forced to practice Catholicism, even though that was not their belief system. But most of them kept their traditions alive and their culture alive and their beliefs and practices alive. So even though they were claiming that they were Catholic and they were put, you know, the census was saying that all these Tainos, indigenous Tainos of the land were extinct, they were not. And because so many of the women were being raped and, you know, they were having children with people who were not Taino, if they were raised to be Taino, to still have that belief system and the cultural values and everything, then they would still be considered Taino. They would not say that they were a mixed child. So, because it was like against their will that the land got taken over. So there is still a lot of Tainos in the land. And the word guayaba comes from the Taino people. So does the word barbecue. So does the word in Spanish for crocodile. There's quite a few words that come from the Taino language. So super interesting. So for me, I need to start speaking more in Spanish and making more videos in Spanish. Okay, so should we try to say this in Spanish? Okay, voy a tratar de decir esto en español, pero hay algunas palabras que no sé. Okay, so estaba explicando que como en los 1500, creo que se dice 1500s, en los 1500 fue cuando Christopher Columbus vino de España o de Italia, no sabemos de dónde de verdad es, las historias son diferentes. Él vino y yo me iba a sentar allá. I was gonna sit over there, but that's where I was like, people jump off the rock, and then, pero dije que ahí es donde la gente brinca de esa piedra al agua, y ellos fueron y se sentaron ahí, and then they went and sat there. Okay. So, where was I? Okay, so cuando Christopher Columbus fue a Puerto Rico y a todas las islas de la Caribbean, República Dominicana, Haiti, Jamaica y no me acuerdo el otro. Anyways, él fue y esencialmente mató todos los taínos. Bueno, de verdad que no los mató todos, pero cuando hicieron el census, no sé cómo se dice el census en inglés, cometieron genocide, no sé cómo se dice genocide, como que si lo mataron todo en papel. So, en los papeles dice que no hay taíno, pero eso no es la verdad. Hay taíno, todavía había taínos vivos en la isla, pero tenían que cambiar a ser católicos porque cuando vinieron los de España o de Italia o de Europa, los forzó a la gente a que practiquen lo que ellos creían, ¿verdad? Y que no hace sentido porque la gente de aquí, de las Américas, de los Estados Unidos, se fue de allá, de Europa, porque lo estaban forzando a hacer sus prácticas y ellos no querían hacer eso. Entonces vinimos para acá y después matamos a toda la gente de aquí y los forzamos a hacer lo que nosotros queríamos. No hace sentido. Ok, anyway, también estaba explicando que la gente de Puerto Rico son de África, de indios, de Tainos y de Europa. Blanco, ok. Pero muchas de las mujeres la estaban buscando y pues tenían hijos que eran parte taíno, parte blanco, pero en ese tiempo no decían que era mitad y mitad, decían que era taíno. Si criaban a los niños con la práctica de taíno y la cultura y todo eso, decían que era taíno, porque no era la culpa de ellos que estos blancos vinieron y le hicieron todo eso, ¿tú sabes? Obviamente van a decir que todavía son taínos. So, los libros de la historia dicen que todos los taínos prácticamente los mataron, pero eso no es verdad. Todavía hay muchos taínos que todavía viven en la isla. Yo estaba explicando que yo nací en Ponce, mis papás los dos son de Puerto Rico, mi mamá es de Ponce, mi papá es de Juana Díaz, y todavía mi papá tiene familia que vive en el campo. So, mi papá él tiene una familia bien grande, todavía viven allá, y él es de la parte de África y mi papá y mi mamá es la parte de Europa. y por eso es que yo creo que mi mamá todavía sigue queriendo tener esa, ¿cómo se dice? Like I said, that's the reason I believe that my mom still wants to have this like enslavement mentality, because her lineage comes from Europe, the European side, and they are trying to enslave people. Que mi mamá como que todavía lleva eso en la sangre de tener esclavos, ¿verdad? Aunque ella no sabe que lo está haciendo, sí lo está haciendo, porque quiere controlar a todo el mundo, quiere que todo el mundo crea lo que ella crea, lo que ella cree. Ella se crió católica y después cuando era adulta cambió a cristiana, pero era adventista del séptimo día, que eso es lo que yo me crié. So my mom grew up Catholic, but was raised Catholic, but when she was an adult she switched to Seventh-day Adventist Christian, which is what I switched to. Pero la cosa es que yo he estado haciendo, he estado buscando mucha información y educándome en la historia de todo, de Puerto Rico, de mi ancestro, de mi cultura, de dónde salió la, what can I say, Christianity. I said that I have been doing a lot of research and educating myself on the history of my people, of my culture, of my roots, of my ancestors, and I lost my train of thought. And where Christianity comes from. ¿De dónde viene la cristianidad? ¿De dónde viene? Viene de los católicos. Christianity comes from Catholicism. Y de los católicos vienen los reptilians. The reptilians come from Catholicism. So de verdad no hace sentido que mi mamá todavía crea en la cristianidad, pero ¿qué vamos a hacer? Eso, at the end of the day, honestly, it doesn't make any sense that my mom would still believe in Christianity, but what are we gonna do? Because that's what she was raised in. She believes in the Bible, porque así la criaron y ella cree en la Biblia. Pero la Biblia ha estado cambiado por hombre. The Bible has been changed by man. Y hay muchas cosas ahí que no son verdad. Pero ellos quieren controlar a la gente y así lo hacen. But they want to control people, and that's how they do it. So, yo quería hacer este video. Yo no estaba planeando hablar en español. I wanted to make this video even though I wasn't planning on speaking Spanish. There is like a huge drone coming over here, and I have to show you guys. Look at this. Look at this huge drone. Oh my god, is she gonna jump? This girl's gonna jump in the water. Maybe not, maybe she's just scared, but she's gonna jump. Look at the drone, y'all. Oh, it's not a drone, it's like a plane, but it looks like a drone. Okay, you should see it in the back of me at some point. I can't see anything. It is so bright out here. I can't see anything. Anyways, so I wasn't planning on making this video. I wasn't planning on speaking in Spanish. But I figured I might as well give you guys a little history on my people. So yo no estaba planeando hacer este video, no estaba planeando hablar español, pero quería darle un poco de historia de Puerto Rico y de mi gente. Porque muchos de nosotros hemos estado, ¿cómo se dice? How do you say, like, I said, a lot of us have been brainwashed to forget our lineage and to forget our roots and our ancestors. Muchos de nosotros hemos estado como que, ay, no sé cómo se dice brainwash, pero tú sabes, como que se nos olvide nuestras raíces, de dónde venimos, de nuestra gente, de los ancestros, pero yo no me voy a olvidar. Yo he estado viviendo en California 4 años y casi no tengo que hablar español. Y por eso es que quiero hacer videos en español, porque no quiero que se me olvide. Y aunque es difícil y es más fácil para mí hablar en inglés, yo sé que lo tengo que hacer porque yo no quiero que se me olvide el lenguaje. Y yo no tengo mucha gente con quien hablo acá en California. Y aquí hablan español como de México, que es diferente. My foot fell asleep. I was saying that I need to practice and make more videos in Spanish because I don't want to forget my language, and I've been in California for 4 years and I haven't had to really practice my Spanish or speak to anybody in Spanish. But everybody in California speaks more Mexican Spanish and it's different. And then I said my foot fell asleep. Well, I think I said that in English. Oh, it really fell asleep. I was sitting on top of it for a while. Wow. Anyway, so yo sé que mi familia, mi papá, mi familia, de cualquier parte de la gente que están viendo mis videos, se creen que yo no sé qué piensan, que me vi que perdí la mente, que estoy loca, que no hace sentido lo que estoy haciendo porque no es lo que dice la Biblia, y la Biblia dice que no hagas esto, que no hagas lo otro, pero yo no voy a hacer caso a una Biblia que unos hombres blancos cambiaron. La palabra, yo no sé quién escribió la Biblia y yo no sé qué es verdad y qué no es verdad, pero yo no le voy a hacer caso a eso. Sí hay alguna cosa que sí, que hacen sentido y que son buenas y debemos hacerle caso a eso, pero de verdad que yo no voy a vivir mi vida por algo que yo ni sé si es la verdad. Lo que yo sí que sé que es verdad es mis raíces, es lo que mi gente de la isla han hecho por años y años y años y años. Eso es lo que voy a hacer. Yo no voy a hacer algo que vino estos blancos y esclavaron a mi gente. Eso no lo voy a hacer. So I was just saying that I have to remember what I was saying. I was just saying that I don't know what my family is thinking, whether it be from whoever's watching this. I don't know if they think I've lost my mind, if they think I'm crazy. Whatever they think, I don't care, because I'm not going to listen to something that some white man changed and wrote in the Bible. I don't believe everything in the Bible. Sorry. I grew up Christian. I grew up reading the Bible. Things just never really made that much sense to me. I did it because I thought it's what I was supposed to do, but it really doesn't make sense. And I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to listen to something that some white man who enslaved and killed all of my ancestors is telling people to do. Like, that's just not going to happen. And I don't really care how my family feels about it or what they have to say about it. So I don't know if my family is watching this, if my mother is watching this, if whoever, I hope that they get it. And I hope that they also want to do better for themselves and want to connect back to their roots and their lineage. So yo espero que mi familia que esté viendo esto, que aprenda y que quiera aprender más de nuestra historia, de nuestros ancestros, de nuestra cultura, de nuestras raíces y quiera cambiar. Pero eso no es mi trabajo y yo solamente puedo hacer lo que es mejor para mí. That's not my job and I can only do what's best for me. Así que voy a seguir haciendo lo que hago, voy a seguir haciendo las medicinas que hago de planta. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to keep doing my plant medicine porque me reconecta con mis raíces y mi cultura, y eso es lo que voy a hacer. Eso es lo que yo sé que es lo que yo tengo que hacer. I know that this is what I have to do. There's been enough people who have been enslaved to the lies, and I will not be one of them. Hay mucha gente que fueron esclavos a las mentiras y yo no voy a ser una de esa gente. Ya lo hice para 30 y pico años de mi vida y no lo voy a hacer más. I already did that for 30 something years of my life and I'm not going to do it anymore. Yo sé que hay un propósito más grande. I know there's a bigger purpose y yo sé que yo tengo una misión y I know I have a mission and I'm going to complete it y lo voy a hacer. Y no me importa quién no quiere estar al lado mío. Ayer tuve un día difícil porque estaba llorando pensando, wow, de verdad que yo no tengo a nadie en mi lado, porque yo sé que mi familia va a decir, oh no, tú nos tienes a nosotros. I was saying that I had a rough day yesterday and that I was crying because I was like, wow, I really don't have anybody by my side. And my family would say, of course you have us by your side. But I don't, because like they would judge me and they would speak down on me for my beliefs. Pero de verdad que no tengo a mi familia porque me van a juzgar y me van a hablar mal o hablan mal de mí por las cosas que yo hago. And that's not what I want. Yo no quiero eso en mi vida. Yo no quiero... Oh, there's a little drone now. Now there's a little drone. I don't know if you guys can see it. I can't see anything, but there is a little drone there somewhere. And a plane. Yo sé que yo no tengo a mi familia porque mi familia se cree que yo estoy loca con las cosas que yo estoy haciendo, que estoy haciendo drogas o lo que sea, pero no lo estoy haciendo y de verdad que no me importa lo que piensa mi familia, because I was saying that I know my family probably thinks I'm crazy or that I'm doing drugs or this and that, and I'm not, but I also don't really care what my family thinks because they're brainwashed. They're in a cult and they don't realize it, and I don't mean the specific religion is a cult. I mean religion in general is a cult. I mean the thought system and the system that we're in is a cult. I already have to go to the bathroom. So de verdad que no le voy a hacer caso a mi familia porque mi familia no sabe que está en una... Is it una culta? Culto is like the sermon. Culto. Vamos al culto like in church. Cult. ¿Cómo se dice cult en español? Culta. Anyway, mi familia, y no estoy hablando de la religión de Adventista del Séptimo Día, pero estoy hablando de religión en general. Todo son mentiras y es hora que nosotros nos despertemos, pero mucha gente no quiere aprender, no quiere buscar más información y no quiere enterarse de la verdad porque es más fácil ser ignorante, es más fácil creer que hay un Dios que te va a... How do you say? Te va a regañar. It's easier for people to not do research and to not learn and to just believe there's a God who's going to punish you. Es más fácil a creer que hay un Dios que quiere que tú vivas con miedo todo el tiempo. It's easier to believe that there's a God who wants you to live in fear all the time. That's insane to me. Eso no hace sentido para mí. Para mí, yo creo que Dios quiere que tú estés feliz, que tú estés contento, que tú hagas lo que te haga, que te traiga felicidad porque tienes una vida, tienes esta vida y no sabes qué va a pasar en la próxima. I believe that there's a God who wants you to be happy, who wants you to enjoy things, who wants you to literally enjoy life because this is only one life and you don't know what's going to happen in the next one. So you have to appreciate life, you have to have fun, you have to do things that bring you joy. Tienes que apreciar la vida y tienes que hacer cosas que te van a hacer feliz. No le hagas caso a otra gente porque tanta gente no piensan para ellos mismos y todo lo que hacen es juzgar. Están gastando horas velando a ver qué hace todo el mundo, qué hace para juzgar, porque dicen que la Biblia dice que es nuestro trabajo ayudar a otra gente a que se salven. Ay, por favor. Like, they spend so many hours watching other people so that they can judge them and tell them what to do because they say that the Bible says that they have to hold people accountable and teach them about the Word of God. Please. Por favor. Ese no es tu trabajo. Tú tienes que juzgarte a ti misma. Judge yourself. That is not your job. Look in the mirror. Mírate en el espejo y mira todas las cosas que tú tienes, todos los problemas que tú tienes. Pero en vez de estar enfocada o enfocado en eso, estás enfocado en todo el mundo, en toda la otra gente, a ver qué le puedes decir a ellos. Porque tú sabes cuando mataron a todas las brujas, the Salem Witch Trials. I was saying, you know, when they killed all the witches at the Salem Witch Trials, the way that the reason they started killing all these witches is because things started going wrong with them, and so they believed there were witches in the city, in the town, and they started saying, oh, my cow died, and it's because I didn't help them give them a cup of butter or something. Somebody goes to somebody's house, hey, can I get a cup of butter? The person says, no, I don't have it. Then oh, well, you're gonna regret it, and then their cow dies. So then that person would blame that and say, they're a witch, and they would hang them. So, cuando estaban matando a todas las brujas, creo que en 1600s, I think, the Salem Witch Trials, ellos decían, vamos a decir que alguien fue a la casa de alguien, ¿puedo tener como una copa de mantequilla, por favor? Ay, no lo tengo. No sé qué le decían, como no se me va a olvidar esto, lo que sea. Y después una de las vacas se le morían. Y decían, fue ella es una bruja, y la mataban. Y todas esas que mataron, ellas nunca admitieron que eran brujas, porque lo que sabemos que no eran brujas, se murieron así porque no iban a mentir, no iban a decir sí, yo lo hice cuando no lo hicieron. Esas son cosas que pasaban, natural. Pero mataron a tantas mujeres en ese tiempo que todo en la tierra se empezó a morir también. No había nadie cuidando a las plantas o cuidando a los animales o lo que sea, y por su propia ellos mismos lo causaron. Ellos mismos causaron que la ciudad donde vivían, que todo se fuera a nada por estar matando a todas estas mujeres y por estar culpando a otra gente. En vez de culparse a ellos mismos, maybe la vaca se murió porque no la estaba cuidando bien o estaba enferma y yo ni lo sabía. Pero empezaron a culpar, fue la culpa de ella, nunca se miraron a ellos mismos. Y eso es el problema con la cristianidad también, es que gente empiezan a culpar a todo, sí se culpan a ellos mismos, pero dicen, eso fue Dios regañándome, Dios está enfogonado conmigo, enojado conmigo por lo que yo hice, me está regañando y por eso fue que eso pasó. Siempre tienen que decir algo, que yo hice algo mal, y se culpan a ellos mismos o se culpan a otra persona. ¿Qué hiciste para que tu hijo saliera con esta enfermedad o algo? Como que eso es una locura. I was saying that so many Christians in the Salem Witch Trials, they would kill the witches because things started going wrong, and they would say like, my cow died because she said that I was going to regret it because I didn't give her a cup of butter. And so they started killing all these women in the town, until the point where the town started just like falling apart and disintegrating because they didn't have anybody taking care of the needs. They didn't have anybody taking care of the plant life. They didn't have anybody take care of the animals. And so the whole town, it was like the worst thing one of the worst things that's happened in history, like that town did in Massachusetts, I believe is where the Salem Witch Trials were. And that was like the worst thing that they could have done. It completely killed the agriculture and everything in the town because they started killing all these women because they just started turning on each other. And the paranoia got so bad that nobody could trust anybody. Nobody trusted anybody in the entire town because they all thought like, are you a witch? Are you a witch? Are you a witch? And that's pretty much what Christians do, is they start looking to everyone else and how they can, say, this happened because of that person, or maybe they do start blaming themselves and say, something happened because I did this. God is mad at me. God is punishing me. Or people will say, well, what did they do for their kid to come out with a disability or something? And like, that's insanity. That's insane. That's how people think. But we're so like self-deprecating, and we blame ourselves so much for things that like we didn't cause. Things happen, and we may have chose it before we came here, and we just have to roll with the punches. We just have to go with the flow. We can't be sitting here trying to find these like reasons of why this happened because you didn't go to church enough or something. Like, no podemos estar culpando a nosotros mismos y siempre estar, ay, mira lo que yo hice y por eso es que esto me está pasando y todo lo otro. No, hay cosas que pasan que estaba destinado a pasar, que estaba escrito antes que nosotros vinimos al mundo. Like, solamente tenemos que seguir con la vida y no estar tan preocupados en eso. Y yo sé que con mi gente de mi ancestro de Taino, ellos hacían usaban mucho magia. I know that my ancestors used a lot of magic. Usaban mucha magia y ellos podían hacer mucho con la naturaleza, y por eso es que cuando yo empecé a hacer ayahuasca, la ayahuasca me estaba diciendo, tienes que estar más afuera, porque yo no de verdad estaba afuera mucho, y ahora eso es todo lo que quiero hacer, siempre quiero estar afuera. When I did ayahuasca, it was telling me you need to be outside more, you need to be in nature more, and now I am, even though I used to never spend time outside. So the medicine is really getting me closer to my roots, and so that was a little history lesson for you guys on the Salem Witch Trials and the Taino. And I still feel like I have so much more that I could talk about. If you guys have any other ideas on on videos that you guys want me to do, let me know. Let me know if you like this back and forth of English and Spanish. It's good practice for me. And I love how beautiful the day is. It was just perfect to be out here filming. I definitely could keep going. But I'm trying not to make these too long, because if I want to upload it at the end of the day so that people can watch them the next day, I don't want them to be too long. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. Is like I said, I'm just a little trial run. Let me know if you guys like it. It's funny because it's like a history lesson in this video that was going to be just like a day vlog, but I think this is cool. This is a different way to do it. Déjame saber si ustedes les gustaron como hice este video, mitad en inglés, mitad en español. Yo tengo que practicar más el español. Yo creo que fuera mejor si tuviera como los puntos escritos, pero lo hice todo de mi cabeza, de los videos que he estado viendo recientemente. Dije que puedo seguir hablando, pero estoy tratando de hacer estos videos más cortos, porque si los quiero poner en el internet al último del día, al final del día, no quiero que sea muy largo, porque después se toma mucho tiempo a poner en YouTube. So, déjame saber si ustedes tienen otras ideas en que debo hacer video. Y yo sé que esto fue diferente porque empecé en inglés, porque no estaba planeando hacer esto en español, y era como solamente yo, tú sabes, yendo por mi día. Oh, look at your baby. Oh, look at your baby. Oh, there's a little baby. There's a little dog. Yo empecé solamente, quería, tú sabes, grabar mi día, y después esto es lo que terminamos haciendo. So, nunca sé lo que va a pasar con mi día. Yo solamente vivo día por día, y solamente confío en Dios que Él me va a proveer todo lo que necesito, porque siempre me lo ha proveído y nunca he necesitado. Siempre he tenido más de lo que necesito y más que lo que quiero. So, gracias por estar aquí. No sé si voy a seguir grabando, probablemente, tal vez, si tengo más cosas que hacer y me van a ver. I said thank you for being here. I don't know if I'm gonna film more. Maybe I will, and you'll keep watching. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll end here. Well, you'll never know with me. I said I never know what I'm gonna do. I never know where my day's gonna go. I live every day, just day by day, and I just have faith that God will provide for me, because He has always provided, and I have never been without. He always gives me exactly what I need and more than I could want. So, thank you for watching. I cannot see myself at all on the screen because the brightness is so bright that I can't see anything. So I hope that this came out good. But this was fun, and maybe I will do it a little more, because it was very therapeutic. It was nice to be out here by myself and to just talk and, yeah, give you guys this information. I have so much information. If you guys follow my Instagram, you guys know that I'm always posting links of things to watch that are so interesting. So if there's anything that I've posted that you guys want me to watch, that you guys want me to cover, let me know. Also, go on my highlights under downloads. Sometimes I save the links on there, so if there's anything that you missed, go under downloads and you guys will see it. So anyway, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna chill for a little bit, and if there's more, then I'll see you, and if they're not, then bye. Oh, and I just want to tell you guys, this is my merch. It says believe to receive, and this is also my merch. It says not your average cup of tea, and they are both available on alexserves.com. Esta es mi camisa que yo hago, mi oh, I forgot how to say merchandise in Spanish. Okay, merch. Y el bulto también. Si está interesado o interesada, es en alexserves.com. Debe estar en mi información de mi página, alexserves.com. Oh my god, I cannot believe I can't remember how to say merchandise. Anyways, so this is my merch, believe to receive. It's a mermaid. And oh, but there's like a lot more. There's other clothes. Crumble Capitalism, Eat the Rich. The World Ended in 2020. What else do I have? Time is an Illusion. Anyways, go check it out on alexserves.com. There's phone cases, there's mugs, there's hoodies, there's shirts, there's backpack. there's a ton of things for you guys to check out, and you guys can learn a little more about my social media journey on alexness.com as well. Hi, I'm back. I forgot. It's so funny that sorry guys, went over the lane a little bit. It's funny that I forgot to tell you guys that I'm sitting here. I go to a Cuban shop called azúcar, which means sugar in Spanish, and Puerto Rico is known for the sugar cane. So not only was gold found in Puerto Rico, which is why it's called rich port, it is known for the sugar. And just so you guys know, when they started committing genocide on everybody in Puerto Rico, the people that they did keep, they kept half in Puerto Rico to continue, you know, the I don't know, doing the sugar cane. I don't know, working on the farms for the sugar cane. And half got sent to Hawaii. So I'm sure there are probably Tainos in Hawaii as well. Let me say it in Spanish. So se me olvidó decirle que yo estaba tomándome ese café y fui a esa tienda que se llama Azúcar, que quiere decir, bueno, ustedes saben, azúcar, sugar, en inglés. Y Puerto Rico, el azúcar viene de Puerto Rico. Y cuando vinieron a empezar a matar a la gente de Puerto Rico, se quedaron con mitad en Puerto Rico y mandaron la otra mitad a Hawaii. Y probablemente hay Taino en Hawaii que ni sabemos. No sé, yo no sé si hay, pero mandaron mitad a Hawaii. Debo hacer un video con todo, enseñando todo, pero si puedo, pues lo enseño. Vamos a ver. Pero sí, el azúcar viene de Puerto Rico, y hay una película en Netflix que es una comedia, pero es de la historia del cereal. Y van a Puerto Rico a colectar el azúcar para el cereal. Otra cosa que se me olvidó decirle a ustedes, y me enfoco que estoy hablando el español así, porque yo debo saber el español, y lo sabía más fluente, pero como he estado aquí 4 años y no lo he estado practicando tanto, mira lo que pasa. Por eso es importante practicarlo, porque aunque cuando yo vivía en Orlando yo lo hablaba mitad español, mitad inglés, como quiera, con mi familia, pero de verdad quiero tratar de decir todas las palabras en español, aunque se me olviden algunas. So anyways, I was just saying that there is a movie on Netflix. Is it called Kellogg? No sé si se llama Kellogg la película, pero búsquenla. Tiene que ver con el cereal. It's about the history of cereal. It's a comedy, so I don't know like how much of it is real or not, but they do go to Puerto Rico to collect sugar for the cereal. I think most of it is true. They just add some funny anecdotes in there. So definitely look that up. And I was saying that it frustrates me that I'm speaking Spanish like a little delayed, because I should know Spanish more fluently, but I've been living in San Diego for 4 years and I haven't been practicing my Spanish for the last 4 years, so that much. So this is what happens. This is why it's important to practice, because you'll start forgetting. And even though when I lived in Orlando I did speak like half English, half Spanish anyway, like Spanglish with my family and stuff, I want to be able to say as many words as I can in Spanish so that I don't forget. Because, you know, with my career it's just going to keep blowing up, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to speak in Spanish, and I make fun of J-Lo way too much to not speak in Spanish properly. Estaba diciendo que, tú sabes, con mi carrera que va a seguir creciendo, y yo sé que voy a tener que hablar en español, y yo quiero saber español, quiero saber cómo hablar español bien, porque no quiero estar como Jennifer Lopez, tanto que yo me burlo de ella y digo que ya no sabe hablar español, para yo después hacer lo mismo. No, yo tengo que hablar español, porque yo no me voy a ver como ella. Mi gente latino, no, yo sí sé hablar español mejor que ella, y sí lo voy a seguir haciendo y lo voy a seguir practicando, aunque algunas palabras no sé cómo decirlas todas bien, o algunas veces me sale, porque acuérdense que yo me mudé a los Estados Unidos de Puerto Rico a los 6 años, ¿ok? Yo tengo 37 ahora, son 31 años que no he tenido que hablar el español, solamente practicándolo con gente que habla español y con mi familia, ¿ok? Y que no se olviden que en Puerto Rico no se habla el español como se habla en Colombia. A mí me gusta el español de Colombia o de donde sea, de la otra, de Perú, de Colombia, de México. El español de Argentina es diferente. Todo el mundo habla español diferente, ¿ok? So, para mí se me ha hecho difícil porque no quería decir palabras mal, tú sabes, como no eran, o algo que mi acento, lo que sea, pero ¿qué importa? Porque todo el mundo lo habla diferente, todo el mundo tiene un acento y es mejor saber dos idiomas que uno. Y eso siempre me lo decía mi familia, mi abuela, todo el mundo, que no se te olvide hablar el español, sigue practicando, porque cuando seas mayor un día de verdad lo vas a necesitar. Y también para tu trabajo, siempre decían, ¿quieres saber el español para tu trabajo? Es importante saber dos idiomas. Bueno, el trabajo que, tú sabes, si tú vas a un trabajo como para ayudar a la gente, no sé, porque como que, bueno, te deben pagar más por tener que hablar dos lenguajes, pero algunas veces no pagan más. Y cuando yo estaba trabajando de mesera, siempre querían algo gratis y no querían dar propina. Y eso sí tengo problemas con los hispanos por eso, porque no es nada de propina, no es 5%, no es 10%, ni 15%, se supone que sea 20% por lo menos, 20% dependiendo en cómo te trataron, ¿ok? Y cuántas veces yo fui mesera de puertorriqueño y no me dejaban propina. Sí, yo se lo decía, tuvieron problemas. ¿Qué pasó? Porque aquí se deja propina, ¿ok? Para que lo sepan. I was saying that everybody speaks Spanish differently, and that I shouldn't have like any embarrassment about the fact that I may have a different accent or that I may say things differently, because I did move from Puerto Rico to Florida when I was only 6 years old, so it's been 31 years that I haven't had to speak in Spanish, and I've only just been practicing with family and friends and everything, so I speak it pretty well considering that I haven't had to speak it for 31 years. Besides that, I said that, you know, with jobs, like, well, my family always told me practice your Spanish, because it's going to come in handy when you're older, especially for jobs. And I was saying that jobs should pay you more if you are bilingual and you are speaking in two languages, but some jobs don't pay more. And I was saying that when I was a server, they were not paying me more to speak Spanish, and in fact they actually would leave less of a tip. Hispanic people would leave less of a tip, or no tip at all. And so I was letting them know how many times I've waited on people from Puerto Rico, especially when Hurricane Maria hit and a lot of Puerto Ricans moved to Florida, how many times I waited on people, Hispanic people, who did not tip. And it is so frustrating. And I was saying, it's not 0%, it's not 5%, it's not 50, it's not 15, it's 20% is the minimum that you're supposed to tip depending on the service. So I said no excuse, and I used to call people out all the time, especially my Puerto Rican people, because it's embarrassing. And also when I did my serving skits, I had a video where people were really mad about it. That was like the first hate video that I had. People were really mad because I did a skit where I was speaking in English and people just started talking to me in Spanish without asking if I spoke Spanish. So I refused to speak to them in Spanish, and I spoke back to them in English. And then they would speak to me in English. And people were really mad because then I portrayed a coworker saying, Alex, don't you speak Spanish? And I said, yes, but they didn't ask me if I spoke Spanish. They just assumed. And that's rude. So I will not speak to them in Spanish, especially when I know that they know English. And people got really mad about that. But it wasn't that I refused to talk to them in Spanish. It was that I refused to be disrespected. Like, you should ask first, do you speak Spanish? I look white, and most people don't know that I speak Spanish. And if I was just a white person, or even if I'm a Hispanic person who doesn't speak Spanish, speaking to someone in your like native language, even though you know their language, because like these people would come from Puerto Rico during Hurricane Maria and then just speak to me in Spanish without asking, and I thought it was very rude. I think it's rude, and it's entitlement from Puerto Ricans. I will say that they just start talking to people in Spanish and just expect people to talk to them back in Spanish without even asking, do you speak Spanish? And in Puerto Rico, we are taught from like elementary school to speak English. So most Puerto Ricans speak English. So to come from Puerto Rico to Florida knowing English and then going to my restaurant, and when I say hi, how are you, not asking hi, do you speak Spanish? Not, you can even ask it in Spanish, hablas español, and then we could go from there. But they wouldn't ask. They would just be entitled and just start speaking to me in English, and it pissed me off because I'm like, this is so rude. You did not ask if I spoke Spanish, and you just think that I'm just supposed to turn a switch on for you without even asking if I'm comfortable with it, if I understand it. I think it's rude. It's just manners. And I made a video about that. I got a lot of hate on it because people thought that I was just being like, I refuse to speak Spanish because you're in America. That's not what it was at all. It was calling out the people who don't have any manners and we're not like, hi, do you speak Spanish? And then we can go from there. Just an entitlement and assumption, and I did not like that. So that was a little drama that I had at the beginning of my serving skits. Estaba diciendo que cuando yo era mesera y cuando pasó lo de el huracán María en Puerto Rico, yo estaba trabajando y mucha gente de Puerto Rico se mudaron a Florida. Y cuando yo iba a la mesa y le decía en inglés, hola, ¿cómo están? Me empezaban a hablar en español. Y eso me molestaba a mí porque no me preguntaron si yo hablaba español. Yo me veo blanca, yo me veo gringa y gente no sabe que yo puedo hablar español. Y para solamente creer, asumir que yo, I hope that's how you say it, que yo hablo español sin preguntarme, yo creo que era, ¿cómo se dice? Rude. No sé cómo se dice, rude, polite, manners. Those three things, I don't know. Rude, polite, manner. Era crudo, era como que no te enseñaron cómo actuar con la gente. Primero tienes que decir, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Hablas español? Hasta en español me lo podías preguntar. ¿Hablas español? Pero no me lo preguntaban. Solamente empezaban, mira, y tienen arroz de habichuela o whatever. It's like, como, hello, no tienen common sense, siento común. ¿So se dice? Como que no lo tienen porque ¿por qué no me vas a preguntar primero, hola, hablas español? Y para mí eso era bien cafre, bien cafre, y no me gustaba. So, le hablaba en inglés y yo actuaba como que yo no sabía el español, y yo hice un video en eso cuando yo estaba haciendo mis videos de comedia de cuando yo era mesera en 2020. Mucha gente se enfogonaron con eso, decían como si yo le estaba diciendo a la gente, estás en América, tienes que hablar inglés. No, eso no es lo que estaba diciendo. Era, tienes que tener respeto. Pregúntame primero, hola, salúdame primero y después, hola, ¿hablas español? Y después, pero no querían hacer eso, y para mí eso no me gustaba. So, yo le dije, pues ahora te voy a hablar en inglés porque no me preguntaste primero, y no me gusta esa actitud como que lo tengo que hacer porque a ti te da la gana sin preguntarme. No, eso no me gusta. So, anyways, eso es lo que quería decir. That's what I want to say. That Puerto Rico se conoce por el oro. Puerto Rico por el oro y por el azúcar. Puerto Rico is known for its gold and for the sugar. Okay, thank you for being here for my history lesson. Gracias por estar aquí por mi clase de historia en los Tainos y en las brujas. On the Tainos and the witches.